New Orleans is a place of tradition, rich culture, and history. It's a place that has been said to live in you. However, it's a place that many people want to visit, have visited, but don't fully understand. So, Mikey, you came down and visited me during the summer, and my girlfriend Marin. What did you think of it, and what was your overall experience of what we did?
Well, I thought the culture was very interesting. It was kind of different from what we have here in Tucson. Their food choices were like Creole style, very spicy, very seafoody, which makes sense for being off the coast of Louisiana. That was very good. Also, their themes, and their parties, celebrations like Mardi Gras, very interesting. Like parades and things we don't really have too much of in Tucson, so being able to see floats that they use usually for Mardi Gras was pretty cool.
New Orleans is my home, and I know it can be misunderstood by stereotypes that people believe define our great city, such as how we talk, all the way from the elevation at which our city stands. First, let's talk about the impact that the French had on New Orleans. New Orleans was first founded by the French on May 7th, 1718. It was named after Philip II, Duke of Orleans. The French would continue their reign over this territory till 1763. Now, this is the part that many people don't know about New Orleans, is that the French conceded this area to the Spanish Empire in 1763 in the Treaty of Paris. Later, however, the French First Republic took it back in 1802 to 1803. Due to these two major countries holding claim over this great city, it is hard to tell which had more of an impact on this place. But many people do not talk about how the Spanish ruled this area, and only that New Orleans is a dominant French culture and only speak French. However, this is farther from the truth. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson made the biggest and greatest deal the United States ever saw, the Louisiana Purchase. The Louisiana Purchase brought America a lot of prosperity through new land that grew sugar and cotton, and the access to other nations via the large port. Also, the property that came with this deal stretched from southeastmost part of Louisiana all the way up to the northeast of Montana, reaching into a small amount of Canada. Because New Orleans was now part of the United States of America, people began to flood into this city, especially people of color, due to its progressiveness. New Orleans is its own entity inside the South. It has and will be one of the most progressive cities. In the early years of the Louisiana Purchase, there were many free people of color who even owned land and were wealthy. However, fast forward to 1954, when Brown versus the Board of Education occurred. New Orleans was the first city to have an integrated school with young Ruby Bridges attending William Frantz Elementary School. Moving towards the future now here, many do not know the significance of the statue of President Andrew Jackson located in the heart of the French Quarter at Jackson Square. Back in the War of 1812 for the Battle of New Orleans, where General Andrew Jackson defended the city from the British. Thus, this landmark is in tribute to the president for his service to the city. Because Jackson saved the city, we were able to grow into a fantastic city we are now, despite our many flaws such as high murder rates and faulty infrastructure. With our faulty infrastructure and being below sea level, there have been a lot of feats in which we had to overcome, such as large potholes that can take in your whole car from the struggle of building skyscrapers. One of the main problems we had to overcome was Hurricane Katrina and Rita. Many people ask me what New Orleans is like now after Katrina, and there's only been one answer I can think of. Better. New Orleans is better. After everything we had to go through, it only shows how strong and resilient our city is. Our levee system is more stable, wetlands are being saved, and our city is rebuilt. Even after the hurricanes, things continued on as usual. Festivals went on, Mardi Gras continued to roll, and the Saints got even better with the signing of quarterback Drew Brees. Mardi Gras is one of the biggest and best festivals held in New Orleans. Despite Mardi Gras having a limited time in which it runs, events still continue throughout the year for each crew, such as Mardi Gras balls or even fundraisers. The two oldest parades and the oldest marching group, Rex and Comus, and the Buzzards, have been around since the mid-1800s. New Orleans has so many great diverse cultures intertwined that occur from outside places, such as Mardi Gras starting from the French, voodoo from African American religions, Cajun and Creole food and slang, it's a place all its own. If you want to eat good and have a fun time, New Orleans is the place. Some of our signature dishes that you will have to try are beignets, jambalaya, gumbo, king cake, and oysters bienville. And the best places to try these are Coop's Place, Cafe du Monde, Dookie Chase, and Manny Rendazzo's. In New Orleans, even though we may have some southern vernacular and located in the South, we are completely our own place. From small New Orleans phrases to some of the best music in the world, New Orleans is a place where you have to live to experience it all.